Slovak is one of the most beautiful countries in Europe with amazing nature and culture. I'm going to show you my top 10 list of what I think is best about Slovakia. This video is based on my personal opinion, and I will try to explain why I think this. But at the end, I would love to hear from you in the comments below what you think is the best about Slovakia. So let's get started. Number 10. The people. Slovakian people are very friendly and helpful. They are not so talkative as the Spanish or Italians, but if you start talking to them, they are really nice and kind. If you need some help, they will be there for you. And also, they are not individualists. They are ready to help even strangers without expecting anything in return. I remember when we were driving in the middle of nowhere and our car broke down. We had no signal. There was no one around us, and suddenly this nice family stopped by, and they tried to help us all the time. They didn't speak much English, but we understood each other somehow, and they even offered us to take us home. It's these small things that I remember and that make me smile today. Also, Slovakians are proud of their country, their nature, and their culture. And it shows. People here are just happier than in many other European countries. It's great to see how people are happy and proud of where they live. 9. Food. Slovak cuisine has everything that makes a good cuisine. It has dumplings, it has pasta, meat, sweets, and everything in between. Just like any other country, traditional Slovak food has been created over hundreds of years, and thanks to its location in the center of Europe, Slovakia took a lot of inspiration from neighboring countries like Czechia, Poland, Ukraine, and Hungary. Because of this, today's Slovak cuisine looks pretty much like a mix between Czech and Hungarian food. I am personally a huge fan of both of these cuisines, which means that I feel very comfortable eating Slovak food every day. In my opinion, the best Slovak dish is halukat. I know that there are probably better ones, but this one is definitely my favorite. Haluski are basically Slovak dumplings with sheep, cheese, and bacon. If you have never tried it, I highly recommend trying it out. Number 8. Nature. Slovakia is a country full of mountains, forests, and lakes, and that makes it an excellent place for outdoor activities like hiking, biking, and swimming. My favorite place in Slovakia is the lake called I have been there several times, and every time I come back feeling refreshed and energized. Besides that, Slovakia has plenty of hiking trails for all levels. And of course, the most famous hiking destination in Slovakia is the high tower. During summer, this is the place to be. In winter, though, this place turns into a paradise for skiers. Number 7. Beer. Slovakia has a long tradition of brewing beer. The first written record of beer production in Slovakia dates back to 1611. Since then, many breweries have opened and closed. But today, there are still more than 30 breweries in Slovakia. Slovak beer is known for its high quality and unique taste. This is due to the fact that Slovakia uses only the finest ingredients to brew its beer. In addition, the brewing process is carefully controlled to ensure that each batch is perfect. As a result, Slovak beer has won many international awards and is considered to be some of the best in the world. Personally, I am a fan of Czech beer, but that doesn't stop me from enjoying a nice Slovak beer from time to time. No. 6. It's cheap. Compared to Western and Southern Europe, Slovakia is a pretty cheap country. Accommodation, food, and experiences are relatively affordable. For example, a night in a hotel costs around 40 euros. A meal in a restaurant is around 10 euros, and a beer in a pub is around 2 euros. The average salary in Slovakia is around 1,200 euros, which is pretty low compared to Western and Southern Europe. However, keep in mind that the cost of living in Slovakia is also lower than in those countries. So overall, Slovakia is a great destination for travelers on a budget. Number 5. History. Slovakia has a long and interesting history. The country was first inhabited by Celtic and Germanic tribes, followed by the arrival of the Great Moravia Empire. In the 9th century, Slovakia became part of the Kingdom of Hungary, and remained so until the 19th century. After World War I, Czechoslovakia was formed, and Slovakia became an autonomous republic within the Federation. In 1938, the country was occupied by Nazi Germany, and after World War II, it again became part of Czechoslovakia. On January 1, 1993, Slovakia peacefully separated from the Czech Republic and became an independent country. Slovakia has a rich history that dates back to the 9th century. The country is home to a number of important historical sites, including the medieval towns of Bratislava, Kosice, and Lvoka. Slovakia is also home to a number of castles and chateaus, including the famous Bratislava Castle. Number 4. Safety. Slovakia is a very safe country. In fact, it is considered to be one of the safest countries in the world. The total crime rate in Slovakia is 37% lower than in the United States, and the violent crime rate is 78% lower than in the United States. The locals are friendly and welcoming, and the police are well-trained and professional. So whether you are walking alone at night or driving through the countryside, you can be sure that you are in good hands. Number 3. The capital city, Bratislava, is the capital and largest city of Slovakia. It is located in the western part of the country on the banks of the Danube River. The city has a population of around 450,000 people. Bratislava is a modern city with a growing economy and a vibrant cultural scene. It is home to a number of important businesses and organizations, including the headquarters of the European Central Bank. The city is also home to a number of universities, including the Comenius University of Bratislava is a very beautiful city with a rich history. It is home to a number of important landmarks, including the Bratislava Castle and the St. Martin's Cathedral. The city is also home to a number of museums and art galleries. Bratislava is a very livable city. It offers a high quality of life and a low cost of living. It is also a very green city with a number of parks and gardens. No crowds. When traveling, we all want to explore new places and meet new people. But sometimes we just want to be left alone. In Slovakia, you can do that. You will not meet many tourists, especially outside of I traveled around the country several times, and I barely met any tourists. The only tourists I saw were in the High Tatras during summer. But besides that, I hardly met any. And don't get me wrong, I am not saying that Slovakia is a bad place for meeting people, because it's not. There are plenty of opportunities to meet people in Slovakia, especially in What I mean is that if you want to have some time alone, Slovakia is the perfect place for that. Number 1. Nature. Yes, I know. I already talked about nature in point 8, but I wanted to put nature in point 1, because I think the Slovak nature is truly magical. Slovakia is one of the most beautiful countries in Europe, and it has a lot to offer. Whether you are looking for mountains, forests, lakes, or rivers, you will find it in Slovakia. I am a nature lover, and I feel very comfortable in nature. That's why I love Slovakia so much. I can spend hours walking in the forest or hiking in the mountains, and I never get bored. There are so many beautiful places to discover in Slovakia, and I feel very lucky to be able to call this country my home. So these are my top 10 picks of what I think is best about Slovakia. Now I would love to hear from you in the comments below what you think is the best about Slovakia. Maybe you have visited Slovakia before, or maybe you live in Slovakia. Whatever your case is, I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.